It's that time of the year that we're naturally thinking about how we're going to make this year better than the last. And it is a really good time to set your intentions for the year ahead. I'm sure we've all made resolutions in the past that we've actually all forgotten about by the end of January. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to make resolutions that are achievable. Hi, I'm Rishi, and I make videos around mental well-being, mindfulness, and how to be the best version of yourself. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button and get notified every time I post new videos. You can also follow me on Instagram at @rishikumar_. I'll put the link in the description below. So we all know resolutions are a thing. I have made plenty over the years, none of which I can say I really achieved or that were very successful. I was reading a blog that said that 80% of Americans that set resolutions fail by February, and I'm sure that's no different where you are and here in the UK. So over the last week, during the Christmas holidays, I really got to have some much needed downtime. I did really nothing actually apart from watch TV and go on a few bike rides and also lots of eating. But I actually started to, as I started to relax, I started to think about what it is that I wanted for the new year and like what I wanted to do. I already know that there are some big events that are going to happen for me this year. Like for example, I'm moving into my own place for the first time, which I'm really excited about, and that's probably going to be in around sort of 4 to 5 months. I'm launching a new business that I'm working on, which I'm very excited about. That was all happening last year, and I'm quite actually excited to share that with you guys when it's come, because like we get closer to launching. So over the last week, whilst I was taking a break, I got thinking about what I wanted this year to look like and some of the things I wanted to achieve. There are some major things that I already know that are going to happen for me. For example, like I'll be moving into my own place for the first time, which I'm really excited about. I'll also be launching a project that I've been working on for the last 6 months, which again, I'm super excited about. And these are quite major things that I already know that are going to be taking place. But there's plenty more that I know I'd still like to achieve. So knowing that resolutions fail, how do we make commitments so in a year's time we can look back and say, wow, I really achieved those things? So what I decided to do is change the word resolution to goal. And you're probably thinking, okay, well, how does that make a massive difference, right? When I did this, it automatically changed the way I was thinking. So now it's not this like almighty vow that I've taken, but it's something that I'm striving towards. So just try that. When you make a list of what you call resolutions, change the word from resolutions to goals. So now it's a list of goals that you want to achieve for 2021. So now that you've written them down, you've got to make them smart, realistic and achievable. So how do we do that? So probably the most common resolution that people make is wanting to lose weight or get fit. So how do we do this? So let's just say you want to lose X amount of kilograms within 3 months. So you set your deadline. So now that we have a deadline, we need to work backwards. So in order to lose X kilograms within 3 months, you can start thinking about how you're going to do that. So I need to eat 3 meals a day, let's say, and those meals need to consist of X, Y, and Z. You can say I need to incorporate at least 3 workouts in my week. Those workouts consist of weight training and 2 cardio sessions, so that could be a jog or it could be a spin class, whatever it is that you're interested in. So now all of a sudden you've got your goal, which is 3 months. You understand how your week is broken up, so you know you need to eat these sorts of foods this many times a day, and you also know the kind of exercises that you need to incorporate in your week to be able to achieve that. By doing all of that, you'll know how many calories you're going to be burning or what the results of that is going to be. So straight away, you know, by doing this every week, in 3 months' time, the goal is achievable or isn't achievable, and then you can make some changes. I know some of these things that I'm saying are really obvious, but I promise you it's a really great way of starting to think about how you're going to make positive changes this year. From experience, I can also guarantee you it's going to have such a positive impact on your mental well-being and general happiness. A sense of achievement, completion, and generally moving forward in life is such an amazing feeling. It gives you a feeling of self-worth, proves you're not lazy and that you really can achieve things when you put your mind to it. But now if I sit back and think about what I achieved last year, wow, I'm so proud of myself. And it really is down to putting realistic goals down and setting time frames and really understanding how I'm going to work towards those things. It's about setting small, tiny, achievable steps. Now don't go crazy and set hundreds of goals. Really think about what are those few things that you really want to focus on this year. And this can apply to relationships and personal development also. It's not just about learning a skill or a hobby or taking on a new language. So over the last weekend, I had one of my best friends message me. And I can honestly say that over the last year, we've not been as close as we used to be. The global pandemic and the lockdown really didn't help. He's not one to just pick up the phone and have a conversation. He likes to meet up and have face-to-face interactions, which really wasn't possible last year. So there was that distance between the two of us. And it had been playing on my mind, but I just never really addressed it. So he messaged me over the weekend to apologise for partly being responsible for the way things were between us. So we both decided that we're going to jump on a call this week and really think about how we're going to change that, because we still both value our relationship. So some of those things I can already say are going to be putting in times in a week or every couple of weeks where we're going to get on a phone call and have a chat. It's about making sure that we're able to check in with each other every few days or every week. And just having a frank conversation about what's achievable, where is this friendship and what do we both want from it, and how much can we both invest into it. But knowing that and writing those things down or sort of talking about those things, you already know what you need to do to make that change, rather than just letting it fester and just think, oh yeah, well, it'll sort itself out, because it really won't. I know this is a little heavy, but sometimes you've got to be realistic and think about how we're going to make these changes. Do you even want to make these changes? This is just an example that came to mind, which I wanted to share. Some goals will have longer time frames than others, and that's good, as long as you've mentally organised these things. I'd even go as far as writing them down. Actually, I suggest you write them down. Start a spreadsheet or a journal and set a time every week where you're going to check in with yourself. Something I would really recommend is pairing up with an accountability buddy. This is someone who is also in a similar stage at you with their sort of like personal development journey, who wants to achieve certain things as well. And you can both set a time every week that you sort of get on a call and you can check in with each other and really hold each other accountable. Accountability changed my life last year. So I started a fitness journey back in January 2020, and with that came a coach. I've never met him, he's virtual. He actually lives in Australia, but he is my accountability buddy when it comes to my fitness. So he makes sure I am eating the right things, I'm doing my workouts every week, and every Monday I have to check in with him. And this really puts pressure on me to make sure that every week I'm dedicating time to those goals. But I know that every Monday I've got to report back to him and say, right, I didn't complete all my workouts, and then I'll have to make some story up as to why I didn't do it. I mean, we can bullshit ourselves a lot of the time, but you can't bullshit other people. And that's why accountability is so major to achieving some of your goals. And we're just not strong enough to hold ourselves accountable a lot of the time. So I hope some of this really helps you set goals for your year. I know what I've said is somewhat quite obvious, but sometimes just hearing someone else say it is really also very helpful. I know sometimes, I'm thinking about these things and then I'll go on and watch someone on YouTube say certain things that I've been thinking. I think, actually, got it, they're right. And it kind of just crystallizes everything that you've been thinking. So I hope this video helps in some way, even if it's just the smallest change that you make. I really would love to hear what some of your goals are for the year. I'll put some of mine in the description box below, and you can leave yours in the comments. I really do wish you all a very positive and productive new year. We all know life doesn't always go to plan. There will be challenges that we face in the year, but do remember that any challenges that come around, you have the power to turn any adversity or negativity into something positive. There is something to be learned from every challenge in life. So thanks for listening, guys, and I shall see you in my next video.